It's Friday the 13th, and we head to Tanque Verde Falls. That's Kelly, Sawyer, Richard, and his wife Lark. And if you notice a sign, it said lower. And unfortunately, we meant to go to the upper falls. I guess it's Friday the 13th. Yep. There's Richard, Lark, Sawyer, and the Kelly Paul.
Ever present.
Beautiful area here.
Oh, I thought you were going to call me beautiful.
And here's me. I'm here also. So what's this sign say, Kelly?
Hazard area, diving may result in injury or death. Water depth varies. Dangerous waterfall. High water equals strong currents. People have been killed or seriously injured. And then if you go over to the other sign, hazardous area, slippery rocks, watch your footing, flash flooding, stay out of canyon during upstream rains.
Being Friday the 13th and all these warning signs, I guess it should have let us know what we were in for. Here's a picture that I took of Richard taking a picture of Lark, who was taking a picture of Sawyer, who was taking a picture of a saguaro cactus. We found a number of what appear to be red-spotted toads, many of them only about a quarter-inch long, just metamorphosed from a tadpole into a toad. Cool to see. Just spectacular desert as you hike down toward the falls. And Kelly and I, with our keen sense of direction and recollection, we knew once we got down there to the bottom that the falls were just a little bit to our right. You remember we're old guys and our recollection isn't very good. We had thought that we'd gone to the upper falls, which are a couple more miles down the road. So unfortunately, that's about the only waterfall we saw. And we managed to turn a 2-mile hike into about a 5-mile hike. But it was still spectacular, seeing the various flowers and wildlife, and just hiking along the riverbed is always scenic. There are also a couple cute girls that were swimming in some of the water holes, but I'm sure no one else noticed them. This is a rare picture of Sawyer sitting. Normally he's always moving, but a chocolate chip cookie got him to rest. Didn't take much to get Kelly to rest. But then it's on with the hike, farther down the river, looking for the falls that we're never going to find. But it's still spectacular scenery. And what's this? Oh. Okay, I don't know what kind of leaf this is, but Kelly's been experimenting with it.
No, I haven't.
He just
It's
woke up.
Walnut. Yeah.
He was down for the count.
I've been experimenting, and it.
I guess I really shouldn't joke about that, because it's not what it looked like. But it's just spectacular to see all the different flowers and vegetation that's growing in the desert. With all the recent rains, this place is as green as could be, and definitely not what you think of a typical desert. This plant was just filled with butterflies, and I tried to get a picture of it, and I guess they all flew away, but you see a few of them. Just another interesting sight. More of the life we see around here. And when there's vegetation, you end up with some other little critters. But onward we go. Even though we didn't find the waterfall, still a cool hike, and just cool to see what the rain brings out in the desert. And I'm curious what the spring flowers will be like. Normally it's the rains later in the year that create the spring flowers. But I guess we're having, I don't know if you call these fall flowers or just summer flowers, but cool to see. And Eventually, we headed back up and made it out of there. And then we decided to go to Saguaro National Park. The barrel cactus blooms were just spectacular, from reds to oranges to yellows. And behind me there is a crested saguaro, another barrel cactus, and some of the flowers that we see. And even though it's Saguaro National Park and there are a number of saguaros, there's lark waving. I think there were more saguaros where we were previously, and that's Richard standing under the crested saguaro. Just more of the flowers and vegetation. But a beautiful time of year to be there, and hard to believe that it's a desert with all the color and greenery. These were some of the yellow flowers just covering the ground. But I just couldn't get over those flowers on the barrel cactus. Richard's pointing something out to Sawyer. Kelly was there too, but like the rest of us, we mostly enjoyed it just as we drove around to the different viewpoints. Didn't spend a lot of time there because we had to make it up to Richard's place. And even though we didn't see the waterfall, we'll go up again next time. And we still had a spectacular hike. Lark waves goodbye. We're back to Richard's, and what do we see? Car Canyon, a waterfall. We also saw alligator lizards. It seems like wherever we go, we see cool stuff, and even though everything doesn't work out exactly as planned, we still have a lot of fun. So hope you enjoyed it. Goodbye.